Beginning was freedom, the freedom of green things growing, of sun and wind and rain, the freedom of laughter, freedom of work and play. Far up, where velvet sunlight poured through the cool ravines of the Oconaluftee River, where soft winds made the yellow corn tassel blow through the lazy midsummer, lived the Great Spirit, that divine force which stirred the hearts of all men, and which led them to express in primitive ritual their deep kinship with the eternal God. The black bear and the gray foxes know the earth is wide. In the year 1811, here in the valley of the Oconaluftee River, the Cherokee chieftains from many days' journey were called to solemn council by the mighty Junaluska, whose deep, quiet words were like the east wind in the forest. A certain warrior had come down from the north, out of the Shawnee Nation, down through Kentucky and Tennessee, shouting in words of flame. Already his name had flashed through the country like chain lightning, the shooting star of the Shawnee from distant Ohio, Tecumseh.
Tecumseh wears two feathers. The white feather means brotherhood of all Indians. The great chief Junaluska. Tecumseh brings friendship. The mother of Tecumseh was a Cherokee.
As long as the flame burns, let no man forget this day.
Their Cherokee allies had cornered a force of 1,000 Creek Indians, but the Creeks still held their fort, and the task of driving them out was far from easy. Among Jackson's troops was a young white man from Tennessee, reared as a boy by the Cherokee. The Cherokee called him Kalanu, which means the Raven. His real name was Sam Houston.
Come on, attack!
to celebrate the great victory. And in the Great Smokies, Drowning Bear's village reached far into the primitive past and brought back a dance of triumph so that their white friends might see it. The Great Eagle Dance. Towns of North Georgia exploded with tumult and with terror.
Washington City itself down here on government business.
Well, step up and have a drink. Oh, excuse me, I reckon you don't know what seeing as how you're a preacher and all.
Well, fact is, seeing as how we're down here on government business, ain't doing any preaching right now, you understand? Woo! Make a rabbit spin a hound dog's eye, Mrs. Lord be with us. Let's all ask the Lord to be with us. Lord, we want your blessings on these people here today. Bless the Cherokee Nation and bring joy to its people. And bless Elias Boudinot for his great work among his people, helping to guide his people in the right. We're wasting time. When's Andy Jackson coming? The president said he'd stop by at 2 o'clock as courtesy to Senator West. Courtesy to me? After all, the Mannery's closed. Closing it. This whole thing is a scheme to get the frontier people to vote for the Democrat Party. Well, that's what the Whigs say, Mr. Houston. But there's nothing political about it. It's been unstudied for years. There is no other solution to the problem. Problem? What's problem? The Cherokee ain't bothering nobody. They've got their own constitution. They've got more than you and the president. That if this paper of Schermerhorn's called a treaty is sent to the Senate and ratified, it will bring trouble upon the government and eventually destroy the Cherokee Nation. The Cherokee are a peaceable, harmless people, but you may drive them to desperation, and this treaty cannot be carried into effect. To Major James Davis, United States Army. You will proceed at once with 3 troops of cavalry to the Cherokee country in western North Carolina, in the vicinity of the Tennessee and Georgia borders. There you will gather the members of the Cherokee Nation and transfer them to the Indian Territory west of the Mississippi.
these bodies down to headquarters. Start again. Well?
Glory. On the trail marked with pollen may we walk. In old age, wandering on a trail of beauty. Living again may we walk. It is finished in beauty.
Right! Wait. Yo. Where is Melanie? At my house. The people brought pine branches and flowers. They placed us so the evening sun would fall upon.
He's only a baby.
Well, take him. Take him! Sergeant! On! Hard! No! No, Sully! It's innocent! It's Sully! It's innocent! Sully sees his people weeping. Sully did not return to make them weep. He remembers this land when it was free. When the Cherokee had strength in his arm, joy in his heart. When he lived at peace with his friends. Now Sully and his sons must die. No! That these things might be true again. He wants no weeping. G.T. no the king. Sully wants his people to sing.
The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. West, out of the Great Smokies, from village after village, marched 17,000 men, women, and children into the setting sun. In the spring of 1841, Drowning Bear and Will Thomas went to Washington to see Daniel Webster. He had now been asked to serve in the cabinet of the new president, William Henry Harrison. Perhaps, they thought, this might be the dawn of a new day.
Doctor, what's the verdict?
Rest, Mr. President, and not the other.
That's impossible. There's so much to be done.
I'm not being responsible.
Who's there?
Senator Webster.
An hour ago. Doctor, this is your fault. Come in, hurry.
Mr. President, this is Chief Drowning Bear and his adopted son, Will about the business we discussed yesterday.
Mr. President, I protest.
Now, Doctor, I am President of these United States first, and your patient second. Now, run along.
Excuse me for bringing up such a matter at a time like this, Mr. President, but I've got to do it. To me, this is one of the most burning issues we've ever dealt with in this country.
You know it, especially now. Why, we're still fighting Indians out west.
Well, at least we can start trying. But in the meantime, these people need assurances they will not be molested.
Molested?
Sir, Mr. Thomas, the Cherokee are not citizens, Mr. President, therefore they have no right to own property. Actually, they have no legal right to even be in the Great Smoke. But most of the white people don't seem to mind. They're very friendly. As soon as I can get the money, both my own and some for my Cherokee friends, I buy up the land, hold it in my own name, and lease it out to Cherokee families.
Well, what's wrong with that?
There's no legal basis for it, Mr. President. The Cherokee have no protection. They work their farms and live in peace. But there's always some white man who thinks he can take anything in sight as long as it belongs to an Indian.
Well, if that's the case, Driving Bear, don't you think it would be better if you all went to the west?
Why should we go to the West, Mr. President? That changes nothing.
Well, what do you mean?
Drowning Bear is an old man. Can remember his father telling how he fought in Yorktown with General Washington. First, the white man came over the Blue Ridge and built cabins in the coves of the citizens.
But suppose we find that impossible to do right now.
The day of the red man is past. Sequoia knew that many years ago. Junaluska told us that before he went through the West. Now, Drowning Bear can see it too. All we ask is to stay in North Carolina, those of us who are left. Most of the people are very good to us. We are never troubled by the state government. We take the steep hillsides and turn them into good farms. We let the white man keep the fertile valleys. The Cherokee have been faithful to the promise of Sequoia. We have kept the peace. Now it is Drowning Bear's only hope that those Cherokee who died to keep that peace did not die in vain.
30 years ago, before the Battle of Tippecanoe, I tried to tell Tecumseh the same things you're telling me now, but he wouldn't listen. Well, I tried to tell Andy Jackson, but he wouldn't listen either. And I'll send a copy to that Major Davis you mentioned, and the federal government will stand behind you.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you.
William Henry Harrison was dead. But he had found peace, because at last Sequoia's dream was coming true. His people were the friends of their white neighbors.
Yes, sir, nothing since he left.
Times have changed, Alaska. You can live right here in the village.
I'll turn around.
There's something bothering me right here. This used to be someone's house.
Jenny.
What is this, Daddy? What's this about?
They're rebuilding it.
Rebuilding what? Well, can't see anything. Hey, give me that camera.
This is the last picture on the road.
Jenny. Keith.
Daddy, does this guy own this too?
Deb.